We now know the identity of a third suspect wanted in connection to the death of 44-year-old Karoline Huebner-Makurat, who was shot and killed near Queen and Carlaw last summer. Caryn Ceolin is tracking developments on this case for us today. Caryn, what are you learning?
Well, Melissa, it was 7 months ago to the day that Karoline was walking in her Leslieville neighborhood during the lunch hour back on July 7th when she was struck and killed by a stray bullet. Now, police believed there was an altercation between three men outside of a safe consumption site in that area when that fatal shot was fired. At the time, police had arrested two suspects within the shooting, within weeks of the shooting, rather. Today, they identified the third and final suspect as 19-year-old Ahmed Ali. They've released his photos. The challenge here, however, is that they believe that he has fled the country and is actually back in Somalia. Now, they say he is facing charges of manslaughter as well as robbery with a firearm. And, the investigator today spoke a little bit about the challenges of trying to track him down now that he is out of the country. How was he able to evade justice and get on a plane? Well, police say at the time of the shooting he was a person of interest but not a suspect, and it wasn't until they connected the dots later that they realized that he had fled. Have a listen to what the detective sergeant had to say about now the challenges of tracking him down.
Well, I don't believe we have an extradition treaty with Somalia, so I'm hoping that either he sees this and makes arrangements to surrender, or his family talk him into surrendering. If he possibly travels to a country that does have an extradition treaty, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
And police revealed more details about the circumstances that led up to the shooting. I wonder, Caryn, if you could break down those developments for us.
Yeah, well, Melissa, as I mentioned, police said that there was a fight between three men on the streets before that fatal shot was fired. Just to backtrack a bit, regarding the two suspects that they originally arrested weeks after the shooting, a 32-year-old man from Toronto, Damien Hudson, he was charged with second-degree murder, and then a 20-year-old Ahmed Mustafa Ibrahim, he was charged with manslaughter as well as robbery and comply with probation back in August. Now, police believe today, they're revealing today that they believe Ahmed Ali, this third and final suspect who they're looking for, was the second person who was armed in that gunfight. They say they believe Ali and Ahmed Mustafa Ibrahim were attempting to rob Hudson of money and drugs. They say all three of these suspects are involved in the drug trade, and they believe that a robbery was taking place when that exchange of gunfire broke out. They say today that they believe that Hudson was the person who allegedly fired the fatal shot that killed Karoline, as he is facing the charge of second-degree murder. And they believe Ali was the second person who allegedly pulled out a gun during that altercation, as he is facing a charge of robbery with a firearm as well as manslaughter. The second suspect, Ahmed Mustafa Ibrahim, he was charged with manslaughter as well as robbery. And just to note, there was a fourth person, rather, who was arrested in connection to the case, a 23-year-old former health worker who worked at the consumption site. Police say today she is out on bail, and the other two remain in custody.
Lots of new details there. Thanks for breaking it down for us, Caryn.
Thank you.